Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Just allow me once more to thank you for your continued support because you know that without you, I wouldn't have been here. It is because of that support that I'm here today. So just allow me to thank you once again for that continued support. Ladies and gentlemen, our politics is coiled in hypocrisy and a lot of fallacy. There isn't any politician that you can tell me today that is trusted. That is why I even have a problem with all the formations that I see around because they are recycled. I can't see any politician, even if we say Ruto must go, that is my opinion. You could disagree with me, but I can't see any politician who is coming with any new ideology. And things have really changed since June last year when Gen Zs went to the streets, stormed parliament, and forced William Ruto to succumb to their demands. But when Raila joined him, Ruto went back to factory settings. Now, before Raila joined the government, he had a team that used to really attack the president. One of them is the ghetto president, that is Gaucho. Gaucho used to lead this wing that really used to attack the president. So after Raila joined the government, Gaucho was elevated, given security. In fact, today Gaucho, whenever he speaks, he says, mimi naongea kama serikali. And then, because now Gaucho was elevated to lead this Bunge la Wananchi wing, the youthful wing. And it is a wing that is used to somehow scare the other youth wing from the Gachagua team. I remember him sometimes saying that in 2027, when Ruto will be declared the winner, anyone who will attempt to go to the streets, that they will deal with them from Thika Road as they head to Mount Kenya. Another person who was elevated was Kasmil Makore. After leading protest, I think Raila persuaded him to join the ODM, and Kasmuel is now leading the elite wing of the youth with a lot of eloquent English. He explains quite a lot because in politics there are two categories. So he was given that mandate. He's the one who can be invited for TV interviews. You know, he's very eloquent. So he's leading that wing. So there is a video that has been going viral of Gaucho, who attended one of the Bunge la Wananchi, and he really had a very rough time when he visited them. Now I want us to watch it in two folds. One, Gaucho was telling the people there that in 1992, he was trying to explain that people like Kalonzo and Gachagua were in parliament or in government when Raila was still in the detention camps. And then in 1992, when Raila Odinga and William Ruto joined, parliament, they found people like Kalonzo Musyoka had been entrenched in government. So people were trying to tell Gaucho that, you don't have your facts, because William Ruto, as a matter of fact, first contested for the Eldoret Member of Parliament, I think, in 1997. So people were trying to correct him and he refused. In fact, he was telling wengine hapo, wewe hujui history na wewe ni mkubwa kuniliko, you are older than me. But that was not enough. Then he went ahead and he was now saying that people like Gachagua cannot unseat William Ruto. He decided to get personal with Eugene Wamalwa, and he was saying that, Eugene hana bibi, hana watoto, hana nyumba, and hell broke loose. Lawyers who were there almost lynched him, and they were baying for his blood. The house there was divided. There were those who were saying one term, but the majority of them did not like it. So I want us to watch Gaucho as he starts telling us that he's in government and is now defending the broadest government. Kindly listen to Gaucho, but before that, allow me again to request you to subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell. Please like and share our videos. When you do that, you help us grow the channel together. Once again, thank you. Kindly listen to Gaucho and how he almost caused mayhem at the Bunge la Wananchi.
Okay, mimi kitu ya kwanza nimesikia vile huyu jamaa amesema ya kwamba hii serikali ni one term. Hata mimi ningetamani kuwe one term. Hata ingekuwa quarter term, one term umetupea mingi. Sasa mimi nikiongea hapa naongea kama serikali. Naongea kama serikali na sisi tumeona hiyo upinzani, hao watu wanasema ni upinzani, hawajatupea candidate ya kusimama na sisi. Sisi kama Raila Odinga akisema ni William Ruto tayari tuko na candidate. Hawa juzi niliona Gaucho akikuwa huko kwa Kalonzo akiambia Wakamba mbele ya Kalonzo ya kwamba anataka Kalonzo organize Wakamba milioni 4. Sasa inamaanisha Wakamba leo wanafaa wasike mimba na mwanamke mtoto akuwe na ID kwa tumbo ya mama yake na achukue kura kabla azaliwe. Kwa sababu hii inamaanisha kwamba hata kama Kalonzo sasa ambiwe atafute 4 milioni. Sasa wakisi ambao ni 200,000 ukiongeza huyu ndio wamefika 200,000 itakuwa namna gani? Unajua lazima pia watu wakuwe, lazima au jamaa akuwe serious jamani. Lazima watu wakuwe, tulia tu. Upinzani tulia. Usikuwe na wasiwasi. Wewe ulikuwa unaongea nilipewe, unaona? So mimi naambia watu ambao wanasema Ruto one term. Wale wanasema Ruto one term. Sisi hatuna shida sisi kama serikali, lakini stress yangu kubwa ni nani atasimama na sisi, kwa sababu tulikuwa tumeangalia nani Matiang'i after kumobilize wa Kisii. Tulituma tu askari kidogo waangalie kama fence yake iko salama na plain cloth. Kesho yake vile aliangalia hivi ndege akarudi US. Sasa wao ndio wanataka kutoa sisi jamani, watu wao na vile hiyo. Ukirudi Kalonzo Musyoka ambaye anasema eti anataka kutoa eti yako na haja na kusaidia Gen Z, my friend. Niseme tu kama hujui story ya Kenya hii. In 1985 Kalonzo alikuwa MP kama Raila Odinga ako jela, ako industrial area. Yeye alikuwa MP in 1985. Kwani wakati Gen Z kukua in 1986 Kalonzo alikuwa deputy minister. Ndio sasa anataka kutokoa agency. In 1993 Kalonzo alikuwa full minister. Ndio Raila Odinga ameingia na Ruto kwa parliament in 1992. Ruto ameingia 1992 ndio waliingia na Raila Odinga parliament. 1992 ndio first Kalonzo. Wao ni mzee na wewe ni mzee kuliko mimi. Wao ni mzee na wewe ni mzee kuliko mimi. Endelee. Sasa in 1992 wakati Raila Odinga na William Ruto wanapoingia parliament in 1993 Kalonzo alikuwa full minister akakuja mpaka 2002 Kalonzo alikuwa minister. In 2007 Kalonzo alikuwa vice president. Jamani, siutulie kidogo. Jamani, mimi nauliza hao wangwana ya Ruto must go. Juzi niliona Kalonzo wametengeneza merry-go-round ambayo leo ni kama ile chama ya wamama ile ya kugawana chumvi na unga. Every Saturday mna meet kwa nyumba ya Mama Njeri, kesho kutwa mna meet kwa nyumba ya Mama Ungeri, kesho ile nyingine mna meet kwa Mama Gachagua. Wametengeneza merry-go-round. So juzi waleta merry-go-round pale kwa Kalonzo. Sasa hivi leo tunaongea, najua Gachagua hako na homa, Kalonzo hako na homa kwa sababu barabara ya kwenda kwa Kalonzo ni vumbi. Kutoka hiyo 1985 mpaka sasa hii kama mtu hawezi jenga barabara ya kwenda kwake, wewe uko na hakika atajenga maisha yako? Wewe uko na hakika atajenga maisha yako? Tukweli tu kweli. Huyu ni Kalonzo Musyoka. Juzi ukitoka kwa Kalonzo mpaka kwa nini hakuna barabara na amekuwa MP hiyo miaka yote. Tukirudi ndugu yangu tulia, hapa kuna Gen Z. Tulia bro. Tulia kidogo. Unaona? Mimi nauliza hivi. Gachagua in hiyo miaka ingine Gachagua alikuwa dio na 22 years bro. Wewe unajua dio alikuwa mtu aina gani? 22 years mtu alikuwa ID alikuwa dio 22 years kama chief ama Miruka, kwetu tulikuwa tunaita wazee wale kijiji walikuwa na Miruka, alikuwa akikusummon Miruka, amekusummon, umepiga bibi yako, ilikuwa unakimbia bwana unafika. Sasa hiyo wakati Gachagua alikuwa dio, alisaidia watu wa Central wangapi kama yeye wakati alikuwa dio? My friend, tukirudi kwa huyo Eugene Wamalwa ambaye one term president, wanasema ni one term president. Eugene Wamalwa amekuwa self defense minister hapa. Atuonyeze bukuzu wangapi aliandika. Eugene Wamalwa mwenyewe hana nyumba, hana bibi, hana watoto. Huyu ni mtu wanasema ya kwamba mimi ni mtu wa serikali, siwezi kuogopa upinzani. Niko na plain clothes hapa, wewe ni askari, siwezi kuwa na wasiwasi na hiyo.
Now, if you've been following the politics of this country, you'll realize that indeed Gaucho didn't have his facts right. William Ruto and Raila Odinga never got to parliament in the same year. William Ruto got to parliament as the member of Eldoret North Member of Parliament in 1997. Now, I have a problem when you start attacking characters, personalities. You know, when you start saying that Eugene Wamalwa hana bibi, na hana nyumba, na hana watoto, to me, I don't know about you, but to me, that is not the kind of politics that we should be playing. Eugene Wamalwa is a leader in his capacity, and there are people who subscribe to his political ideologies. Did you know? Let us just speak facts. I don't know about Eugene, whether he has a wife or not, or a house or all that. But what touched me, because I know Eugene has money, even if you tell him he doesn't have a house today, he can build or buy a house. But when you get to start, looking at people to tell them they don't have children, to me that is very petty, because we are human. If someone does not have children, that is not you to start talking about. So he went overboard, if you ask me. And that is not the kind, personally, that is not the kind of politics that I would want us to play here. Because let me ask you, if we begin by asking nani hana mtoto na nini, what if we believe in someone that he can lead as well na hana watoto? I don't think that was a good idea. Number two, when you start attacking personalities, there are people who subscribe to his ideologies. They will leave you. In fact, Gaucho should be trying hard to woo people to support Raila, because one thing, people have really abandoned Raila. So when even the few lawyers who are undecided, because there are some people who are still saying, we've supported Raila for some times, we don't know whether he's still in government, let's see whether he will abandon William Ruto. They are not really, they have not decided. Let me tell you, if you get such a lawyer and you start attacking Eugene Wamalwa that he doesn't have watoto, they will leave you. Unajua, siasa ni kurai wenzako, kuwarai wenzako. Unawabembeleza, ni kutongozana. But when you get to a level where you're so proud that you now think that just because you're in government through the back door, you start attacking personalities, to me, that is not the way to go. Now, I want us to make certain conclusions there. And I want to tell you that Gaucho is deliberately, in fact, he has been deliberately deployed there to start spreading propaganda, and these are scary tactics. These are the likes of statements like, have you heard, people say that, William Ruto defeated the deep state, and so back then he didn't have the system, but he defeated both Raila and Uhuru Kenyatta. Now he's the system himself, he's the deep state himself. Those are the kind of scary tactics that they're using. But remember, things have changed. When William Ruto defeated the deep state, yes, he did, but alikuwa na wananchi. He would wink the whole of Mount Kenya. Hata sahi Rigathi bado analia. He can't understand how William Ruto managed to hoodwink the whole of Mount Kenya, including the pastors. He would go there. He would solo some songs there in Kikuyu. And then, you know what happened? And these people, I remember some people were telling me, Raila ni antichrist. And in fact, sometimes Ruto was saying, si huyu mjamaa kitandawili mnamjua, si ni ule ambaye hataki kupeana sadaka. That is what they did. So this thing of telling us that, William Ruto defeated the deep state, no, is neither here nor there. Things have really changed. Wananchi hawako na Ruto, makanisa hawako na yeye, hakuna hustlers. Even Raila, that is depending on, has lost quite substantial support. The sons and daughters of Umugusi are not with Raila. The sons and daughters of Mulembe are not with Raila. So maybe the Luo Nyanza and part of the coast is what they can depend on. So the idea of saying, how hawawezi sisi to, it is meant to scare, but Kenyans know better. Number two, these are the signs of the last kicks of a dying horse. Even in their heart, if you ask Ruto, because Ruto consumes intelligence report, he knows that things are not easy for him. It cannot be that wherever you go, whether it is in a sports arena, whether it is in an entertainment joint, youth will always, the exercise cannot be consummated without Ruto must go chance going on air. And Ruto understands very well that he does not have the people. Even if we do a simple arithmetic, if elections were to be held today, Kambas hawako na Ruto, Mount Kenya hawako na Ruto, Western hawako na Ruto. By the way, ask anyone. George Natembea is causing a storm in those sides of the country. So even with that, then you come to Nairobi, kuna Waluya, kuna Wakikuyu, na kuna Wakamba, na kuna Wakisii. Sasa unawachia Wajaluo na Wakale ambao hawako Nairobi sana. So you want to tell me that Ruto will win with the Rift Valley and maybe part of exaggerated numbers na wale watu from the members of the Somali community. It's not very easy. And I'm saying it's not very easy. I'm not saying that it's not going to win, but I'm saying it's not very easy because I know there are a lot of craftiness when it comes to elections. So these are the last kicks of a dying horse, just trying to show a brave face, but deep down inside them, they know that this is over. One term is real, and that is why you can see them trying so hard to intimidate the opposition. Just the other day, Rigathi wanted to launch his party in Kasarani. They refused. If Rigathi is an entity, if that group is an entity, why frustrate them? So these are the last kicks of a dying horse. The ground is shifting rapidly, and Gaucho must understand that. Like I told you, Natembea has taken, Raila used to brag of controlling lawyers. Natembea has made it very clear. Wakati wa kuamuliwa mali tunaenda na watu wengine iliisha 2022. Let me tell you, had Raila not joined Kasongo, you would still have some persuasive power to tell Loyaland that tuko pamoja. But you see, he has gone to dine with the enemy, and the time has come. Wakisii wamekataa, Waluya wamekataa, Wakikuyu wamekataa. The ground has shifted. The sooner they realize this, the better. I always say that we should not bury our heads in the sand like the proverbial ostrich. Let them remove their heads. And Gaucho will continue playing this because he's being funded, just like Kithure Kindiki is being funded to hold those empowerment programs. And even those empowerment programs really tells you that things are not good. You go leave a lot of money there, people must be paid to attend your rallies. The ground has shifted. That is why you see people make a lot of noise. Watu hawakumpatia nafasi because he's attacking personalities. And one other thing that Gaucho must understand, they are busy looking for who will, give Ruto a run for his money. Anyone who will be unveiled by the opposition will defeat William Ruto. By the way, Mali Mefika, Kenyans don't care. I know they are really praying that opposition disintegrates into individual parties. But I pray that they stick together. Waache haraka. Gachagua just the other day said, msituharakishe, give us time, we will unveil, we will give you our presidential candidate. Why should it bother them? Election is in 2027. Why are they so much bothered about who will run with William Ruto? Who will contest against William Ruto? Why? They're really worried. We want to keep them guessing until the last minute. This Raila Ruto combination cannot win in a free, fair, and verifiable election. That is the truth, by the way. That is a fact. Just go by the numbers. Look at the number of the Luo voters in the Rift Valley, because I know there is part of Rift Valley that will not support. Even in Luo Nyanza, there are people who are asking, what are we getting out of this government? And when William Ruto went to Nyanza, he went against the backdrop of an opinion poll that revealed that even Luo Nyanza do not support the handshake. Yes, go and check Tifa poll. The result is majority of the Luos don't really support the handshake because there's nothing much. Whatever they have been given is that a matter of their rights. They are taxpayers. So there's nothing unique that you can go and brag with. Today, people of Homa Bay just woke up to the reality that sherehe hakuna, life is still hard to come by. So ladies and gentlemen, that is what happened at Bunge la Wananchi, and things are going to get thicker by the day because the ground is shifting. Raila no longer has that support that he had because he's now dining with the enemy. He's now part of the problem, not part of the solution. In fact, people are now saying that Raila is no term plus Ruto 1 term plus Kithure Kindiki half term, which is equal to no term. I mean, it's funny, but Kenyans have decided, and they are decided. No amount of pressure, no amount of intimidation. If you want to know that the government is really scared, just the other day they were apprehending that lady who had exposed the finance bill, anaitwa nani, Rose Njeri. The EACC is charged at people who are not reading from the same page as the government. It only tells you that the government is really scared. So behind that happy and courageous facade lies a very, scared government. Na kitaeleweka, sooner than soonest, you'll realize the people have decided and they are not going back.